Greetings, everybody. I am Batman. But for the purposes of this commentary, you can call me Solidus-Skully, and welcome back to Batman Arkham of the Asylum. Previously on the Batman, there's a Riddler trophy, you just can't get it. But on to more important notes, we also have one Victor Zsuaz. He's captured Mike, the security guard, and we gotta stop him as the Batman, played by William Shatner. Except I don't think he's ever been played by Shatner. He was played by Adam West, then Michael Keaton, then Kevin Conroy, then Val Kilmer, then terribly by George Clooney, then by Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, and lately Robert Pattinson. Yeah, kind of a weird career shake-up, but hey, anything's better than sparkling vampires, I suppose. Yeah, Victor Zsuaz. I kind of already talked about him last time, and yeah, if you could probably not tell by the cutscene in the previous part, really does a number on how creepy Zsuaz is. Probably one of the more realistic rogues gallery to adapt into the Batman movies, and unless of course the 2022 Batman movie includes him in some way or another, I'm kind of surprised they haven't used him as a villain. You know, if you want to go for a more realistic Batman movie, because, oh my god, it's hyper-realistic and hyper-cool. But, yeah, it seems Dr. Gretchen ain't even working. She's just pretending to type. What a mysterious European lady. But yeah, if we go down there and Zsuaz spots us, this dude is pretty much screwed, because if he sees anything that looks even a little bit like a bat, well, that guy is fried. So, as is typical with a Batman, we must use our knowledge of Gothic geometry, yes, to climb up the gargoyles and take him from behind. The ambiguously gay duo, even though Robin isn't even mentioned in this game, but he certainly does exist, especially if you look in the intensive treatment. Although I think at this point that Robin is persona non grata, so no need to talk about it, but yeah, at this point in the continuity, Dick Grayson is already Nightwing, current Robin is Tim Drake, or is he? Well, that kind of remains to be seen. There is a Jason Todd in this universe, but what exactly happened to him has something to do with the Joker. But we ain't got time to talk about that, so let's take down Zsuaz and see another return in base. A popular one in the DC universe.
Can you hear me? Is this thing on? Oh, hiya, B-Man. Harley Quinn here. How do you like my new uniform? Pretty hot, huh? Oh, I got something to show you. 1 second, B-Man. Ta-da! I'm now subbing for the old man. Old Sharp has never been happier. In case you ain't figured it out, today is the Joker's big homecoming, and you're the guest of honor.
You have one chance to surrender, Quinn.
Tempting, Bats, but no dice. Now the inmates are running the asylum. Well, technically the Joker's goons shipped in from Blackgate, but you get the idea. Bye-bye for now.
Batman, you picking this up?
Oracle, I'm here.
Arkham Asylum just vanished off the network.
He's in control of the security system. He's probably isolated it from the grid.
That's not all he's done. All police feeds are reporting he's placed bombs all over Gotham. Says he'll detonate them if anyone sets foot on Arkham Island. It's being suppressed at the moment, but the story will break any time now.
He's lying. It's just a diversion to keep people away.
How do you know?
I know him.
Can you tell what I'm using to break in recording sessions? Yeah, well, that's nothing really to focus on at this point. But yeah, now we have the return of Harley Quinn, for the last time voiced by Arlene Sorkin, who was a voice actress for the animated series, and I believe shortly after Arkham Asylum she actually retired from acting altogether, so bit of a shame actually. She is still the definitive Harley, and actually even at this point, like the whole Harley Quinn being Joker's psychic thing is somewhat of a relic of older times now, because I think DC is, well, obviously, I think since the Suicide Squad / more things in the comics, they try to push her away from the Joker and sort of be more like the comedic, Deadpool-esque character that they want to push. To mixed success, though. I mean, I haven't seen Suicide Squad, but I've heard good things about Harley Quinn in that one. Very mixed opinions about the Birds of Prey movie, and the less said about that Harley Quinn TV show, the better, because yeesh! Only saw 5 minutes of that and I was like, fuck that, because it was kinda terrible and not very funny, despite how a lot of people wanted it to be. But on to more relevant topics with Gretchen. Yes, what will happen if Zsuaz runs out of flesh? He'll cut the scabs open, so yeah, better cure him quick, Doc, cause he ain't got a lot of flesh. Yeah, to kind of talk about a riddle that I don't think you'll be seeing on screen when I solve it. Yeah, this cell belonged to Maxi Zeus, a relatively obscure villain of Batman's Rogues Gallery. Trying to remember actually, I think it was either an episode of Justice League with Wonder Woman who featured him, or it might have been an episode of Batman the Animated Series. I think it might be BTAS, but don't quote me on that. But anyway, the fact that Maxi Zeus' cell is walled over, and we're in the electrotherapy chamber. That's quite dark. I mean, even I was shocked when I heard what they did to Maxi Zeus. And that's actually the riddle that you have to solve. You might be wondering why we can't solve it now, but the Riddler's planned for that. He doesn't want us to get ahead of the game and, nice ass. But yeah, Riddler, he ain't want us to get ahead of the game. But don't worry, Riddler, I will bring you to justice and defeat you, for you are my nemesis. My resident evil nemesis, if you will. But yeah, to kind of talk about more important things, apart from the fact that they pretty much kidnapped Warden Sharp, that poncy old warden who probably couldn't put up a fight if his life depended on it. Yeah, now we're gonna go save him. And also save, you know, more people from getting killed by thugs. Such is a day in the life of the Batman, and yes indeed, vent crawling. Something you're gonna be doing a lot in this game, and you might be wondering, golly gee, why are there such large vents for heroes like Batman in solid slag to crawl under? Well, I mean, in Metal Gear Solid's case, I can't really tell you. I mean, the vents in MGS are small enough for Snake to crawl through, and I guess he feasibly could, given the ventilation needed, but, a bit of trivia in terms of, you know, real-life architecture is that, yeah, big air ventilation was kind of necessary in older foundations, again, like the Arkham Mansion and Arkham Asylum itself, since, again, this is built on very old 1800s foundation, and again, it might seem a little bit unrealistic in today's day and age, and to be honest it is, if you know modern air ventilation being incredibly compact and small, but yeah, you think to back then, you know, before modern air conditioning was really a thing, you'd need to have a lot of, you know, proper ventilation to vent things, you know, through the system, so yeah, that's why bigger air ventilation was a thing, and I guess partially why movies kind of took advantage of that to varying extents. I mean, again, it probably isn't to the degree that you could probably crawl through with the same ease as Batman, but, you know, you could probably squeeze through if you were thin enough and you were short enough, I guess. Oh dear, what is this? Another sticky situation for the Batman? The room is filled with happy gas. The thing that makes you giggle before you go into surgery. And then they carve a smile on that face. But yeah, in the meantime, we gotta save some gourds. And a thug. From the evil happy gas. Oh, another night in the day of the Batman. But yeah, that's pretty much our mission of the now. Saving people. Truly this is what makes you feel like a superhero. It doesn't matter whether you're feeling like Spider-Man or the goddamn Batman. It means that you are a hero. By the way, if you fall into that happy gas, you're not going to die or anything, because you're pretty much given an R1 to use the grapple hook to escape option. But likewise though, yeah, don't stay there too long, otherwise you'll get a game over, and, well, let's just say I'll be getting a few of those in this game, but you know what, that's okay. Not because I suck, but instead because of the fact that Rocksteady accounted for people getting game overs, and they had some amusing villain quotes that, you know, you can show off when you die, so even losing grants you baneful fruit. Ooh, Bane. Yes. But yeah, this is also me on the lookout for Joker Teeth, because, of course, my role as the Batman. Joker Teeth are actually rather important. They're not just something you can hit for the fuck of it, they are actually part of Riddler challenges. Yes, indeed, the Dastardly Fiend isn't just testing Batman's mental fortitude, but also his physicality. Because he knows Batman is a brute. By the way, I love this moment. Hehe. No thug goes unpunished by the Batman. But yes, indeed, the Riddler is also testing, well, I guess the fact that he knew that Joker would leave them around, he finds them quite annoying, so I guess this is his way of getting back both at Joker for annoying him, but in turn also using the Batman to hit teeth for his arbitrary narcissistic ways. This is the upgrade screen. We can pretty much upgrade our combat prowess, and of course gain varying new abilities for our equipment. The first item we get is the inverted takedown. One of my favourite moves in the game actually, because when you're hanging upside down from a gargoyle, or point of vantage, yes, you can pretty much hang off the edge, and then just zoop down and basically string a thug up from their knees and basically have the blood rush to their brain. Delicious. And to be honest, I do actually get a bit of a sickening feeling from that, because I enjoy stringing all the goons up like Christmas decorations, so stay tuned for Skully's Halloween decorations. Which is pretty much the time frame I'm going to be uploading this commentary. It is weird to say this when I'm recording this, because in terms of where I am right now, as I'm speaking, I've only just started recording Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, but you should have already seen part 1 of Birth by Sleep, meaning that this is going to be going up in October for the Halloween festivities, and of course to tide people over who don't like Kingdom Hearts, meaning that I'm starting this first, after Spider-Man 2, but before Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, even though Birth by Sleep came first, and after Arkham Asylum head, brain, exploding. I think I've gone insane, but that's okay, because we are here in Arkham Asylum. Welcome to the madhouse, my children. But yeah, sadly we could do nothing for those guards. Then again, you can actually scan people using Batman's famed detective mode. Basically press the L1 or L2 button. I think they might have mixed it up for between versions of the Return to Arkham and the original Arkham Asylum, but detective mode basically functions in a similar manner to Norman Jaden's ARI glasses from Heavy Rain, where basically he can scan for clues, and of course also detect elements about, you know, the people he scans. Again, if you scan that gentleman right there, you'll probably see that he's feeling nervous or feeling calm, you know, naturally after going through such a harrowing event. Again, you can pretty much see their heart rate, you can also see how they're feeling, and that does actually play into the guard's mental state, which again, comes in a lot of adaptive gameplay. The combat schema might not be very refined akin to your Devil May Cry or God of War ilk, but the game is very good at having very dynamic reactions with how enemies play off Batman and how he hunts them as a predator, so... Again, there's a lot of dynamics to the gameplay to talk about, and yes, you can just punch goons, as is typical of the Batman. Ooh, god, he's not going to be shitting well for the next couple of weeks. But that's okay, he's a thug, and he needs to feel the hammer of justice. And since we won't get it till much later in the game, this is also me showing off where a couple of Riddler trophies are. Because being the Batman, I have prepared for my arch-nemesis. And plus this was also me legitimately wondering where the hell I was going, and then remembering, oh yeah, Riddler trophies. That I can't get at this point despite the fact that I already have a grapple hook used to get me up to places, and I could feasibly shoot towards the grate to pull it down, but can't for some reason. Oh, damn it, Riddler, you have confounded me again! But don't worry, I will have your ass, you question mark wearing freak!
There's no escape, Joker. I will find you.
Oh, I'm counting on it. Just not yet. He's a big one.
A situation of terrifying proportions! By the way, you saw the Batman was perfectly willing to hit Joker right there. You know, precariously over that bridge where he- well, bridge, off that cage where he could have died. Yeah, take a note of that for the next cutscene as soon as we're finished dealing with this gargantuan, almost Bane-esque beast right there. But yes, it seems the Joker's been a very busy bee lately. His funniest prank has been related to this very crazed masturbation guy whose one arm is bigger than the other. But then again, that makes sense, because he's crazed. Now, you can beat up this thug. I thought throwing a batarang at Joker again would have elicited some dialogue, but who knows, it seems. But yeah, both in terms of being a prelude to a lot of the upcoming boss fights, pretty much most in the game, save for one. Yeah, this is pretty much what our little titan over there is meant to be reflective of. You can attack him, but I wouldn't recommend it. All it does is just prolong the fight, and really all this is meant to do is just give you a taste of its attack patterns. It'll pretty much charge you like a bull, or it'll throw some bodies at you if it happens to find them scattered, so No harm, no foul. There is, of course, more to these Titan boss fights as we go on in the game, but I'll save those mechanics for a little bit later. In the meantime, well, let's just say that it's gonna feel the effects of what happens when you drink too much Red Bull. You suffer... Well, first of all, you hit the ground like a freedom-loving American, and then you start suffering a heart attack.
Unexpected, wasn't it? Well, note to self, need stronger test subjects. Seeing as how I'm feeling generous, I'll give you this one for free. Knock me off, I dare you. End this. Pull the plug. Stop me once and for all. Oh, you're getting too predictable, Bats. Well, I'd love to stay and chat, but I have a party to organize. I've got guests flying in from all over Arkham. You'll see.
Well then, he certainly wasn't willing to hit Joker there, despite doing so earlier. Heck, waste. But anyway, that's pretty much a prelude of what is to come. We could have stopped Joker, but alas, crime must go on. Well, then again, I suppose I would have compromised Batman's no-kill code, so... win some, you lose some, with your moral victories, but in the meantime, though, it seems that some dastardly things are afoot, so... don't really have much of a next time quote. I was gonna keep it as a running gag for the rest of the commentary, but I suppose we'll have to suffice with this little ending scene for now. So on that note, I am Solidus-Skully, keep it new metal, and next time on the Batman Arkham Asylum commentary... Yes, it seems a situation of terrifying proportions is in for the Batman with this upcoming scene. Farewell, viewers!
Having a little trouble up there?
Joker.
You were expecting maybe Two-Face?
There's no escape, Joker.
Silly bat! I don't want to escape. I'm having way too much fun. I even have you here to keep a smile on my face.
Not for long.
Really? We'll see. Ta-ta! Oh, I forgot to say. Just in case you were planning on following me, I've arranged a little insurance. Gordon is on his way to Harley as we speak.
Officer Bowles.
If I see you trying to follow me, he dies. Harley's looking forward to it. Maybe I'll film it and post it on the internet.